front straightaway. Timbo Mangum going to have the whole shot. Jesse Rocket drives almost through the infield. Where in the world was he going on that one? Here comes Colt Smith on the outside of Timbo Mangum. He'll squeeze Smith into turn 3. Smith's on the outside, not giving up. Timbo Mangum will lead lap number 1. Smith, Rocket, Dockery, and Shirey, the top 5 on lap number 1.
Timbo Mangum still with a race lead, and he's pulling big time wiggle out of Colt Smith. He'll hang on to second. Jesse Rocket to third. Rocket in third, but here comes the challenge from Brandon Dockery for that position. The Dixie Meadow House car, Scott Shirey right there in the 10 machine riding in the 5th position. The 91 of Dalton Hodge, the Rookie of the Year, battling with Matt Long. Long all over his bumper now as they battle for that spot. But back up front, it is Timbo Mangum. Mangum pulling away from Colt Smith in a 45.
That's going to be the one to watch out for. Is Matt Long coming up through the field. Mark Green making the high side work, knocking on the door. Dino Long back here outside the top 10. Matt Long, Dalton Hodge battling it out further in the pack between the 6th position between Hodge and Matt Long. But it is all Timbo Mangum. He has had multiple 2nd and 3rd place finishes this year. But he is looking to cap off with a win here in Thanksgiving Thunder. And he has got the lead right now over Colt Smith, Jesse Rocket, Brandon Dockery, Scott Shirey, the top 5. Matt Long is trying to get around Dalton Hodge. He just can't make it happen. Battling for 8th between Jay Sessoms and Pat Lindsay.
Ben Gable in the T86 machine going to pull it to the infield. He'll call it a night here for the 40-lap feature for Thanksgiving Thunder. Timbo Mangum has been shut out of the winner's circle all year long in the T1. Colt Smith in the 45 trying to close in. The 12 going to go on lap down to the leaders as well. And here comes the 45 of Smith trying his best to reel in the T1 of Timbo Mangum. The 45 of Smith is fast, man. I believe if he can get a caution, it's going to be on with him and Mangum up at the top 2.
8 laps will go in the books, 1/5 of the way through for the 9th annual Thanksgiving Thunder here at Carolina Speedway. Colt Timbo Mangum still fastest out of anybody right now on the racetrack. Matt Long is really turning some laps. He's just as fast as Timbo Mangum, but he's got a long way to go if he wants to get to the front. He's going to try to get on the back bumper of Scott Shirey for the 5th position, but he really needs a caution to be able to tighten this thing up. Jesse Rocket, Brandon Dockery going to battle that for 3rd. Down the back straightaway in the 3. Gary Mabe, the next lap car up ahead for Timbo Mangum. And he'll work to the outside of him. Colt Smith, fastest car on the racetrack, fastest lap of the race that last time by, Walter.
Timbo Mangum going by Gary Mabe in the 15 machine, and he's pulling away now from Colt Smith. Give him about 7 car lengths. They work down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Matt Long with some great laps, but a long way to go. He's trying to reel in the 10 of Shirey. Shirey in the Dixie Meadow House car remote grading and clearing on the side of his ride. Brandon Dockery right there as well, trying to stay in front of the 10 by a couple of car lengths, and we've got the 12 up on the high side, almost up into no man's land as he falls back in behind the 10. But out front, it is still Timbo Mangum.
Adrian Rochelli hard in the wall in turn number 1. The Gear Wrench Tools, car number 12, bringing out the first caution.
Mangum looking to get the fire off the corner. Green flag, great start. Mangum with a little bit of a move there. He'll go to the bottom. He'll take the lead down into 1. Colt Smith, Brandon Dockery up to 3rd. Here comes the Hornet's Nest behind him. Jesse Rocket in the 10 of Scott Shirey. Shirey now going to fall back behind Jesse Rocket. Still Timbo's, still Colt Smith.
Jesse Rocket's off the pace. Jesse Rocket, the 537 off the pace on the inside of the Speedway. Everybody going to be able to work around him. Brandon Dockery 3rd. Scott Shirey moves to 4th, and Matt Long moves to 5th. Mark Green able to pick off about 3 cars in that restart, and he's made his way up to 7th, now knocking on the door Jay Sessoms for the 6th position, but it is all a Timbo Mangum show out front.
Jesse Rocket in the 537 takes the exit stage left into the infield. We'll stay clean and green. Timbo Mangum coming by the flag stand, going to click off yet another lap. 25 laps to go for the race leader, Timbo Mangum. Colt Smith looking to get into a rhythm here. That is the thing if he can do. He can get into a rhythm. He's got a fast enough car to reel Timbo back in if he can get there. Smith in 2nd. followed by your new third place runner there in Dockery. Fourth will be Scott Shirey. Fifth will be Matt Long as they continue to battle between Dalton Hodge and Mark Green in that 42 machine 4 position. The rookie of the year and the 42 are going at it.
They're right behind Jay Sessoms in that battle right there. As if they'll get calmed down a little bit, they'll be able to challenge Jay Sessoms. And that car is really, really free. And now Matt Long knocking on the door of Scott Shirey for the fourth position. Colt Smith is mounting up a charge. And at 45, he got high that time a little bit coming off the corner as Matt Long's off the pace.
Matt Long.
55 of Matt Long off the pace. It will not be 4 in a row. Matt Long pulls into the infield, out of the race.
Matt Long, another perennial favorite, just like Jesse Rocket, out of this event. Colt Smith, big wiggle. He'll lose all kinds of ground. He's about to fall into the clutches of Brandon Dockery. Smith basically turned completely nose towards the wall, saved it, but lost about 10 car lengths to Timbo Mangum. Mangum, will he close it out as we come now 20 laps to go halfway? He's winless. And Timbo says he may say not this year. He's going to try to shake the monkey off his back.
Timbo's had multiple Renegade triumphs this year at Lancaster Motor Speedway and right here at Carolina, but has been winless so far in the pursuit of the championship with the Blue Ridge Outlaw late models. And that car is really, really free. And you see the black streak in the racetrack coming off turn number 2. It's starting to get slick, and Timbo's car got really, really free that last time by. So you got to keep an eye on that. Timbo Mangum is firing that car, and Colt Smith, he's got calmed down a little bit, and that car is really, really rolling down that back straightaway as they're going to enter lap traffic here once again. 18 laps to go. Colt Smith running Timbo Mangum down, but he's got to keep calm. He's got to stay calm in that 45.
Timbo Mangum still with the race lead. Gary Mabe in front of him, be the next car to go a lap down. The 45 of Colt Smith continuing that rhythm, trying to stay consistent and catch the T1 of Mangum. He has drilled it back down to about 4 car lengths as they work down into turn number 1.
Guess who the fastest car on the racetrack is? The 00. Brandon Dockery in the third position, trying to stay in touch with him. He's closing in little by little on them top 2. That 00's coming. You watch out for him, and as we get later in this race, 15 to go. Here comes Colt Smith for the lead in 1 and 2. Timbo Mangum trying to fight him off. 15 to go down the back straightaway.
The 15 of Gary Mabe in front of Mangum. Mangum now, he's going to have to go to the outside. And big wiggle from Mangum. He'll fall back behind the 15. This is going to open the door for Dockery in the 45. They're going to be there.
Timbo's free. My goodness, Colt Smith's trying to stay there. Timbo's hanging on for dear life. Here comes the 00. Here comes the champ. Brandon Dockery on the move. Where did he come from?
Brandon Dockery right there. Now looking to the inside of Colt Smith. Smith in second. Dockery trying to go after him for that second position. Timbo still with the lead, but he's not been able to get by Mabe. Mabe's still on the top side.
Oh, my goodness. What a move that was for Timbo Mangum, able to get by Gary Mabe, and now Colt Smith going to try to get by him as well. Brandon Dockery going to try to use the lap car as a pick. 12 laps remaining tonight here at Carolina Speedway. 11 to go coming this time. And now they got to get around the lap car, Gary Mabe. Brandon Dockery going to try to do so down the front straightaway. And now they got a clear racetrack. They got a little breathing room, about a straightaway distance back to Dino Long as they'll come to 10 laps to go. Walter, can Timbo Mangum hold on 10 more laps?
He's held on for 30. Can he hold on? Because now, just like you alluded to, Hunter, they've got clear racetrack at least for a little while before they get to Dino Long. Almost a straightaway difference. They may get to him towards the end of this run. Timbo with the race lead. Mangum now trying to hold on, give him about 6 car lengths over Colt Smith, the same distance. Brandon Dockery back there in third. Scott Shirey in that 4th position. The big Chief Chase Sessoms rounding out your top 5. Timbo Mangum coming now. 8 laps to go. Distance still about the same. Colt Smith not able to gain really much of anything on Timbo Mangum in the T1.
They were about 0.02 of a second on the stopwatch the last time. As Colt Smith he's got calm, he's got the car straight. Timbo's free through the corner. Colt Smith got free that time. 7 laps remaining now here at Carolina Speedway. Timbo Mangum's not safe by any means. That car's completely sideways off of turn 2. Smith's trying to stay there with him.
Colt Smith riding in second and closing in on Timbo Mangum if he can. Mangum with a great exit off the corner. He pulled him by another car length or 2 down into 1 and 2. Mangum still going to be coming to 5 laps to go. Colt Smith, Brandon Dockery, if they're going to do anything, they're going to have to turn up the wick right now with 5 to go.
Timbo Mangum 5 laps away. Will they catch lap traffic right here at the end? I believe they will, but Colt Smith's got him a run. He's got him within about 3 car lengths into turn 3 and 4. Smith a little sideways on the entry, trying to keep the car to get some grip. Through the corner this time, it's still Timbo Mangum. Mark Green was up against the wall out of turn 2, but he's going to keep on going. We're still green. Smith trying to stay within striking distance of Timbo Mangum. Will it become a tire game right here at the end? Timbo Mangum is sideways, 3 to go, Walter.
Timbo Mangum coming up once again on the 15 of Mabe. He'll be right there in front of the leaders. And now the 45 of Smith right there in second. Brandon Dockery is there, the top 3 under a blanket. The 15, Timbo giving him a little bit of a bump.
Colt Smith's up high, Brandon Dockery. Where did Colt Smith look at the run on the outside? Colt Smith is closer than he's been. Where in the world did that run come from? White flag coming this time by for Timbo Mangum, the 2015 series champion. He's 1 lap away. Colt Smith going to try the high side in 1 and 2. Dockery's right there with him down the back straightaway for the final time. Will the tires hang on as they go into turn 3 and 4? Your Thanksgiving Thunder winner, his first win of 2024 comes in the season finale. Timbo Mangum, your winner here at Carolina. Colt Smith, Brandon Dockery, Scott Shirey 4th.